Can't you see what America has done to us, to nature, to the very balance of the universe itself? You see, America ain't just a country. It's a virus, a cancer. It's a mindset that spreads and devours and leaves nothing alive behind it. And here's the thing. It built itself on 4 pillars: selfishness, greed, narcissism, competition. That's the real Constitution. That's the hidden religion of America. Selfishness says, look out for yourself, even if your neighbors are starving. Greed says, take more than you need, even if it leaves the earth bare. Narcissism says that your reflection is more important than the community beside you. And competition says you only win if someone else loses. That's the sickness. That's the American dream. And it's killing us. And the scam is they convinced you that this was life. They told you that you're just a little person with a little name. You're tied to a job title. You're locked into an area code. You even have a little ID and a stamped birth certificate. They told you play the game, work hard, climb the ladder, consume, and maybe someday you'll be somebody. But here's the thing. You were never meant to live like this. Because the truth is you aren't just some worker. You're not just some consumer. You're not just some number in their system. You are literally an infinitely expanding consciousness clothed in stardust. You are the universe breathing through itself, pretending to be different. And they know that if you ever remember this truth, then their system would collapse overnight. So they sold you selfishness. They sold you greed. They sold you narcissism. They sold you competition. They made you worship the very poison that keeps this machine running. And now, the empire is crumbling. Look around. The jobs are vanishing. The money is collapsing. Families are being ripped apart by debt, by eviction notices, by hunger. Nature is screaming under the weight of industry. And the American dream is rotting from the inside out. And you see the virus everywhere. People hoarding while their neighbors suffer. CEOs just gorging themselves while their employees are collapsing, exhausting themselves. Politicians are posing for the camera while the planet fucking burns. That's the selfishness. That's the greed. That's the narcissism. That's the competition playing itself out to the bitter end. But listen. This is not how the universe works. Just look at nature. The trees share nutrients through invisible root networks. In the ocean, schools of fish move as one body. In the stars, galaxies spiral in harmony. Even in your own body, your cells cooperate. Your breath flows. Your blood circulates. If they didn't, you would die in seconds. The universe is not built on selfishness, on greed, on narcissism, or competition. The universe thrives on cooperation, sharing, humility, and oneness. That's the real law. That's the code that America has been breaking since day one. So how do we survive the collapse of this sinking ship? By abandoning their poison and reclaiming the collective. Let's start with the food. Alone, you can't keep up with the grocery prices. But 10 families pooling their resources together can buy in bulk and stretch their resources. Better yet, we can build community gardens. That way everybody eats. And nobody is begging a corporation for survival. Let's talk about the housing. Alone, you get evicted, you're fucked. But eviction blockades, neighbors standing shoulder to shoulder, blocking the sheriffs, that's how families can keep their homes. Because we showed up. Let's talk about the child care. One parent doing it alone is drowning. Even 2 parents doing it alone can be drowning. But a circle of parents, of aunties, of uncles, of neighbors, the children can still be raised with love and nobody is crushed by exhaustion because of the we. What about work? Bosses act like gods when the workers are isolated. But when workers unionize, when we walk out together, when we refuse to play the game, the company bends. And that's the collapse of the greed because of the we. What about safety? The police don't protect us anyway. So we can have our communities protecting each other. We can organize our own networks. We can keep each other safe. That is the we in action. And let's talk about healing. Alone, depression eats people alive. Alone, anxiety drives people into the ground. But when people gather together, when we can share truth in a circle, healing happens. That's collective therapy. That's the medicine that they don't want us to remember. The power of we. Don't you see it yet? The I can't survive what's coming. The we is the only lifeboat that we have left. Selfishness will starve you. Greed will leave you empty. Narcissism will make you insane. And competition will grind you into the dust. But cooperation will feed you. Sharing will protect you. Humility will keep you human. And oneness will let you survive the fall of America. So we gotta let go of the selfishness. We gotta let go of the greed. We gotta let go of the narcissism. We gotta let go of the competition, because those are not our values. Those are the chains that bind us to this virus. I am because we are. That's not just a quote. That's the truth of survival. That's the code of the universe. America is a sinking ship, and it will try its damnedest to bring you down with it. But you don't have to go under. You don't have to drown in selfishness and greed and narcissism and competition. You can step into the lifeboat of community. You can step into the cosmic law of cooperation. The main thing is, we don't need them. We never did, because we already have everything we need. We already are everything that we need. So let the virus burn itself out. Let the empire fall under its own sickness. And when it does, we will still be here. Not as individuals scattered and broken, but as one people, one collective, one universal mind remembering itself together.